If you're in a more morose state or saddened state, it's a depressive quality on your system. And being in an anger state is, although depressive, it is the most like energetic version of I don't want to be in this state, maybe, or maybe I can change it, or there are degrees of transition that exist a little bit more in one's control or in one's own admission of control. It's in all of us, especially in little boys. So if there's a degree of being able to temper that and being able to coordinate it, clearly there needs to be a little more guidance and a little more verbalization around what it is that you're identifying with, not in just little kid brain, but an adult needs to play a part in that.
Yeah, I think that's really valuable too. And I see that with my boys. It's just been really interesting to see their violence, like their the way they move energy. And obviously kids are all different. And but there's something natural about their combativeness and how they move energy. And I feel, and it's scary, I think, for parents. I think it's scary for parents who haven't been exposed to violence. And I grew up 3 boys, so I was in that boy culture too. And I feel poised. Like I feel like I'm in a good position to be able to not let anyone get hurt, but like allow energy to move and allow understanding to come through from my own experience while not demonizing their feelings. And yeah, it's been really interesting. Yeah, interesting you're saying that, because I'm living that right now with these boys.
I think that's a natural proclivity of boys. All my brothers broke each other's nose in some fashion or other.
How do you think a parent who doesn't feel comfortable with that could go about, making themselves more comfortable with it? Is it essentially like trying to do something that instills some form of violence in themselves, whether that's again like hitting the heavy bag, or like there has to be just an understanding of their own physicality first before they can have like a chance to help handle the physicality of a 3-year-old boy or a 6-year-old boy?
100%. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm trying to encourage people to do, is like embody physicality so that you're that mirror for your kids. And I feel like when you've touched in on like the ability to potentially inflict harm, like when you have that capability and maybe you have real world experience doing it, maybe you just train, maybe you do jujitsu, maybe you do kickboxing or boxing, maybe you just wrestle for fun. And I feel like once you actually have some experience, then it's not so scary, because I think it's scary. I see it happen to Fallon, my wife, where she's a bit overwhelmed by it. Like, I don't know, like, I just don't know what to do, and I just feel like it's just, for one, I think the human animal is just a rough and gruff creature.